I kind of look like a MILF from the 80s, but I guess we're gonna roll with it. Hello my darlings, and welcome back to my channel and to another video. So as you can see from the title, today we're gonna focus on the best affordable date night evening fragrances for fall and winter for this year and the next year, so on and so forth. So if you are interested, let's go ahead and jump right in. This is Vlogmas, another day, day 3. And as I promised you in my first Vlogmas video, of course, we are gonna open Carnet Barcelona Advent Calendar. So we are on number 3 today. So let's see, I did not peek, I promise, I really didn't. As you can see, everything is unopened, only the two that this should be actually empty, but whatever. Only the two that we opened together are empty. So let's see. Ooh. Oh, this is Bobo body lotion. I really was interested in this fragrance, to be completely honest. And by the way, my burn is still healing and it still burns like hell. So it's tough for me. But at least today I have the cream. And yeah, let's see, because it's all sealed, but I was really interested in the scent of Bobo. I even was considering getting myself a full-size bottle of it, but now that I have the lotion, I'm gonna try it out, because I would blind buy, as always. Oh, it's so cute. It's like this tropical soap. That's how I would call it, tropical soap. Very nice. I really like it. So yeah, Bobo body lotion is our day 3 of December. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas. All right, so we are gonna start things off. Of course, I have tried to and of course I'm gonna mess all my perfumes with that gel. I've tried to make this list as affordable as possible, but there is a lot of you who view designer as affordable, so I also included that. So I hope that's clear. Okay, so the first one is designer, and this is Herrera Good Girl, and this is the Supreme version. So this is actually a perfect evening fragrance. You know, some of you might love the original, some of you might love the Dulce de Leche one that I do, which is the Leger one. And this is another one that I really love. It is the most fruity, but like sugary dark fruits. Quite artificial, but still very nice. I love it. And you know, with Good Girl, there is just something to that scent profile that men just love it. And any partner of yours, really, no matter who you date, I think it's very appealing. So yeah, Supreme, very nice on lasting power, very nice on projection. It gets blown in the wind so nicely and gives you that nice cocoon of fragrance. It is sweet and very sexy and a little bit like vampy, but inviting at the same time and warm at the same time. So I really like it about that scent profile, that, you know, it is like, it has that bite like a kitten, but at the same time it's like a little bit warm, and I don't know if I could say it has a lot of class to it. There are definitely more classy fragrances than this, but it's just so nice, so nice. The only one that I do not like is the original, because it has that, I think it's because of tonka, it's just too much, and on me it smells like a dish soap. But any other Good Girl is fantastic. So yes, this is the first one. Now the second one that I have is for all of you who love, like really love fruity fragrances, because this is very fruity, but also ambery, vanillic, and it has quite a bit of Middle Eastern vibe. And this is a fragrance that so many of you bought because of me. And this is Jasmine Wisp from Rasasi. And even though I mostly use it in the summertime, like for, you know, parties and date nights, I think if you really, really love fruitier fragrances, this is mostly passion fruit in here. You're gonna really enjoy it in fall and winter because first of all, it's a very strong scent. Second of all, it has a very deep ambery, sweet, Middle Eastern slightly base. So yeah, it has such a good lasting power and projection. It always gives me compliments, like massive compliments. And also, it's, you know, a great price. You can skip ahead of all of those, you know, Kirche from Tiziana Terenzi and stuff like that, because this one is the cheapest and it actually lasts the longest. Of course, to some it might smell a little bit artificial, but to be completely honest with you, I do not have an issue with that, and the amount of compliments that I get because of this only tells me that people are not bothered either. So yeah, Jasmine Wisp is fantastic. It also has some coconut to it. It's quite sugary sweet, but I love that ambery base, you know, I really love that. So yes, this is from Rasasi, great one, and it's sexy and it's polarizing as well. What do we have next? This is an elegant one, all right? This is very elegant, I could even say. This is Dolce Gabbana The One Gold. And this is Eau de Parfum Intense. And it is really beautiful, like really beautiful. This is not a fragrance that, you know, is gonna come unnoticed. This is a fragrance that suits pretty much any more special occasion, but if you want to wear it to work, go ahead. It's not a big deal. It will fit for sure more than, let's say, Jasmine Wisp, okay, or Carolina. This one is very elegant. It's also a fruity fragrance, but like a dark fruit, and it has quite a bit of patchouli to it. However, this is not earthy. It's more of a warm one, kind of like in Coco Mademoiselle, you know? Very classy fragrance. It's deeper, it is sweet, it is quite loud because it also has a good projection. Perfect for dates and, you know, evenings out. But it's very classy. I don't know how they did it, but they did it with an Italian class, that I can tell you. Dolce & Gabbana really knocked it out of the park. Fantastic release, to the point that my mother loves it. She loves it. So it says a lot to me. It's a very classy, sophisticated smelling fragrance. Great longevity. You know, it's not similar to the original, The One, which I also highly recommend, but maybe a little bit more for the daytime, to be honest. Whereas this one is perfect for evenings. So yeah, The One Gold, surely the one that you will not regret purchasing, for sure. Okay, another designer. Actually, I do have a lot of designer fragrances here and a lot of like cheapies, okay? So let's go with another designer, and then we can maybe do like a Middle Eastern brand. Or Zara, I have that too. La Belle Parfum. Of course, to me, the whole La Belle range is perfect for evenings. This is such a fantastic scent. Super long lasting, projecting. Of course, for the evenings, my favorite version is the Le Parfum. I know it might be a little bit more pricey than the original, so if you want to save some money, go for the original. It's still good enough, but this one is definitely deeper, darker, and all that jazz, you know. It's sexy, but it has some class to it, okay? It's not too polarizing. It's actually quite warm and inviting. Even more so than Carolina. This is even warmer, okay? This is definitely prominent on that vanilla. Of course, you have other notes here, but this is mainly a vanilla scent from Jean Paul Gaultier. I think that was their main intention, to pretty much focus on vanilla and pear. So this is like my favorite range from Jean Paul Gaultier. Even though I love his fragrances in general, I know there are mixed opinions about them, but I personally really like Jean Paul Gaultier. And this is so beautiful, so beautiful. Again, I know I'm gonna probably get comments that this is actually expensive, what are you showing us? Like, on the other hand, what else am I supposed to show you? Like, I'm trying here, okay? So La Belle Le Parfum, fantastic one. Next, I have something that's also sweet, but completely different spectrum of sweet. It's a completely different vibe. This is a new fragrance in my collection, and I actually discovered it by complete accident. I mean, not complete accident, but I basically didn't know about it. I got it, and I didn't know about it beforehand. If I didn't get this scent, I would not have discovered it. That's what I mean. That was a long intro, hey? And so unnecessary. But here we go. Orientica, Areej and Anaqa. This is how it looks. It has a beautiful box. It's actually very good for a gift, because the whole presentation is very nice. You get 50 ml here. So it's not their regular 75 or 100. This is a little bit less, but that's okay, because this fragrance is quite strong. This fragrance is absolutely beautiful, okay? Absolutely beautiful. It is a gourmand with sandalwood. It's a bit smoky. It has some, like a woodsy, smoky accord. Amazing, just amazing. It has a very unique undertone to it. Being a gourmand, like a Middle Eastern gourmand, the quintessence of it, I think you're gonna love it. Most of you are definitely gonna love it. The only thing that I really do not like about it, and I've been struggling here for a minute now, is that it has like a plastic button at the top of the bottle, and it has to fit the dent in a cap. And that's how you close it. Otherwise, you cannot close it properly. So it's always a hassle for me to just put it on properly. And I've been rhyming all along. But other than that, the bottle is beautiful. It's really well done. And the scent is fantastic. And, very long lasting. All good here. 10 out of 10. Okay. Let's go back to some designer now for a minute. This is from men's collection. However, do not let this fool you, because it's a perfect scent for women. And this is Givenchy Gentleman, and this is the Réserve Privee version. So I think the whole line of Gentleman from Givenchy is exquisite. Right by Dior Homme. However, in my opinion, Dior Homme throughout the years have been getting worse and worse. Thankfully, we have Givenchy Gentleman, and at the moment they are better, in my opinion. So these are in general quite powdery fragrances, most of them, based on iris and woody notes. And Réserve Privee has some chestnut to it. It has some whiskey to it. So if you love your boozy sweet fragrances, no. Oh, yes. This literally turns me on. This turns me on, honestly. Now I feel like a sexy dude just lay his body on me. Yes. So good. So good. I don't know what else to tell you. It is sweet, boozy, and powdery. Okay, sweet, boozy, and powdery. It is perfect for evenings. I think that if you're a woman watching me and you have a date with a guy, he will actually really appreciate what you're wearing, because it is unisex in my opinion. It is sweet, so you can even say it's a little bit feminine leaning, but it has that androgynous aspect. It's sex in the bottle, in my humble opinion. To me, it is a little bit similar to the long gone Dior Homme Intense. They reformulated it. It's still good, but the first version was the best, and it kind of, you know, it's in that realm. So amazing. And if you guys don't know, I've been wearing Dior Homme myself, and now I wear this instead. So gentlemen, it is Privee, Givenchy, fantastic, and it has fantastic prices online, so check it out. Okay, we have Zara, and we've got Ebony Wood. Mine is black because it's from the men's section, but it's the same shit, okay? Zara Ebony Wood. First of all, very long lasting fragrance. Second of all, it's a beautiful woody scent that is fresh at the same time, all right? So if you want something that will go perfectly from daytime to evening, let's say you're at work all day and you wanna, you know, have some fun afterwards, this is it. This is perfect. It will not break the bank. It has great lasting power. You know, you can just have it in your bag and top it off again for the evening. That's what I usually used to do when I worked in corporate. I always had a fragrance with me, and you know, I would just shower myself once again as I would go out of the office and get into the club, let's say. So this is fantastic for such occasion. It is just amazing. But you do have to like cloves, all right? So it is like a little bit like tea. It kind of, because of those cloves, it has like a tea aspect, and that gives this fragrance some freshness. So it's beautiful. It's a sweet woody scent, long lasting, inexpensive, overall fantastic. So Ebony Wood from Zara, it's a hit. Okay, now to all of my Middle Eastern rose lovers, we've got, of course, Nina Ricci. I think I've been showing this every year in such videos, but this is just a kind reminder. You still can get it online. It's still fantastic, and it still is inexpensive. And this is the Rose Extase Absolue, I think. I keep making mistakes in the names of these, but I think it's Rose Extase Absolue. Gorgeous scent made by Francis Kurjan. Many people compare it, of course, to... There's some little fly flying around here. I'm very sorry about that. I didn't catch it beforehand. Many people compare this to MFK Oud Satin Mood. I wouldn't agree too much, because to me, Oud Satin Mood is like... It's another planet, okay? It's a planet on its own, and it's the most beautiful planet of oud that has ever been created by the universe. This could be its moon, okay? This could be its moon, but it's still very, very good. This is benzoin rose. It's quite spicy, but it's incredible. It's definitely incredible. You know, this is that type of scent. If you have ever traveled with Qatar Airways or Fly Emirates, this is the scent that's in the air, in the cabin, when you sit around all those Middle Eastern beautiful women. This is the scent that is around. So it's a very, very sentimental perfume for me, because I live for that scent that, you know, is around me when I fly. And I pretty much always fly either Qatar or Emirates, and I love it. I just love it. You know, then I always envy, like, oh damn, why am I not wearing oud for my trip? But then I realize, yeah, maybe I feel better in something fresh in the morning, you know, when I land. But it's still incredible. It's still incredible. So long story short, fantastic fragrance, okay, for a good price. Then I have a Lattafa. This is Nebras, and many of you have told me that this is a dupe for Eilish, from Billie Eilish, which is also an inexpensive fragrance. So I think, you know, we are definitely on brand here. But Nebras is a very strong, beautiful gourmand, a darker kind of gourmand, but still a gourmand. This has a nice citrusy, but think of like juicy, sweet citrus opening. Kind of like in Lyra. I did compare it to Lyra once. And then it goes into that gorgeous, slightly spicy, vanilla, caramelly goodness. It is to die for, this one. To die for. I am so angry that I didn't know it before. You know, that I just got to know it a couple of months ago. It's insane. But I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. The only thing with it is that it's so hard to get. It's very hard to find online. I don't know why, man. I don't know why. But it's such a good one. Such a good one, and it's so cheap. So yeah, that's Lattafa. Now let's go back to the designer range a little bit. We have, of course, Versace Crystal Noir. I have the Eau de Parfum version here, and I feel like, especially after so many reformulations, this one is the most long lasting. These days the Eau de Toilette is pretty much like water. This one is way better. So this one is like a gorgeous, a little bit rotten. Yeah, I do have that feeling that it's like a rotten fruit in here, but I like it. I like it. There is something to it that really grabs attention, and it's actually super sexy and dark and mysterious. It's a very creamy, like, you know, like a cashmere, ambery fragrance. There are some florals in here. There is some spiciness as well, because we have cardamom, pepper and ginger at the top, and then we have sandalwood, musks and amber at the bottom of the fragrance, and, you know, some florals in the middle. But it's a great one. It's a great one. There was a point that I felt like, oh, I don't need it in my collection. It's just so unnecessary. I wanted to sell it, but then I thought to myself, like, no, keep it. First of all, you're gonna show it a lot, and second of all, you might want to use it. And it was so true. I do actually use it. I love wearing it to bed as well. Not necessarily to sleep. So yeah, I really like it. Great longevity, at least on me, and good price. So Versace Crystal Noir, there we go. And last but definitely not least, we've got something that is very beautiful and very classy again. This is Elie Parfum, and this is for all my jasmine and rose lovers. This is jasmine, this is rose, this is honey, and some orange blossom. And this fragrance is very much loved by my boyfriend. I feel like it is very appealing to men. It feels very sophisticated but sexy at the same time. So this is a perfect all year rounder, because it's, you know, airy enough to be worn in summer, but sexy and sweet enough to be worn in the winter time. So if you really love your jasmines and you love honey accords, you're gonna absolutely adore this. Very good on longevity, at least on me. I never had problems with this fragrance, so it's been in my collection for a long time now, and I do not intend to get rid of it. Absolutely not. So yeah, Elie Parfum, fantastic. And okay, last honorable mention. However, these have gotten so expensive these days. I am a little bit upset. Let's say upset. And of course, it's Alien. This used to be my ultimate evening scent, especially for autumn winter time. These days I wear it personally throughout the day because it got a little bit more soapy, you know. It's not as strong, and it was so potent that that jasmine almost smelled like marzipan to me. This is how potent it was. It stained my clothes. I remember it used to leave purple stains on my clothes when I was young. It doesn't do that at all anymore, and I actually am upset about it. But what can we do? The price rose and the quality completely got whatever. Just okay. I'm not gonna comment anymore. But still, as a scent, I love it, and it's very sexy, it's sensual and polarizing, and I think that is something that most of us want in the evenings, especially when we go out with our friends, let's say. We want to be a little bit polarizing. And this is a perfect gentleman to do it with. So yeah, Alien always is gonna be special to my heart, and you know, no matter what they do with it, I will probably continue to purchase. So that's all I can say. I know it's not very affordable, but you know, it's still designer, so maybe if you want to spend a little bit more and have the Alien experience, at least let's say half of it after the reformulations, then you should definitely have it. And that is it, my darlings. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave me a comment what you want to see next, because you know, it's third day of Vlogmas. We have a lot of days to cover, so I will gladly answer to your prayers, let's say. And of course, drop me a comment what is your perfect winter evening scent, and see you tomorrow. Bye.